Hey, this is Jesse, and no, this is not a new video review. In fact, there isn't any video whatsoever, so if you're looking at the screen and wondering why it's black, that's why. This is actually my first vlog, though if there's no video, can it really be classified as a vlog? Is it technically an A-log? I don't know, but I didn't feel like recording video tonight. It would have taken a lot longer to encode and a lot longer to upload to YouTube, so I decided the hell with it. I was just going to record some audio and throw it up there because it'd be a lot quicker. So like I said, this is my first quote-unquote vlog. I'm just throwing some random thoughts out there that I have. Just trying to get some feedback, wondering if people are interested. If you are, hey, maybe I'll keep doing this. If not, maybe I'll keep doing it anyways. If not, hey, maybe I'll stop. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is the fact that I'm getting a brand new 17-inch MacBook Pro. Yay! Now I've been using Macs for over a year now. I got my very first Mac, which was a 20-inch iMac. I'm actually recording this on that iMac. I got that back in August of 2007, and I've been using Macs ever since. I also purchased a MacBook, a 13-inch MacBook, to replace my dying Toshiba laptop. The Toshiba laptop is actually still alright, except for the battery, which only holds a charge for about 10 minutes, and then it just completely dies. So it's something that's got to be plugged into the wall all the time. So I didn't want to spend all the money on a replacement battery, which is quite a bit. So I just thought that, hey, I'll just take this money, I'll just buy a new laptop, and I went with a MacBook, and I'm really enjoying it. But now, my work is purchasing a 17-inch MacBook Pro for me. Yay! And that's going to come with 4 gigs of RAM, the 200 gigabyte serial ATA drive, which spins at 7,200 RPM, so it's quite fast. And I'm also getting a wireless keyboard and mouse with that, and a copy of Fusion, so that I can install Windows on there. So yay! I'm not quite sure which monitor I'm going to hook it up to at work. I don't recall any widescreen monitors laying around at work, but who knows? I guess somebody will find me something. I was kind of wish that I was also getting the Apple Cinema display as well, but alas, I'm not. And this is free anyways, so I guess I can't really complain, right? On the subject of Apple, I'm holding my 8 gigabyte iPod Touch here, which I have installed the latest firmware on. And after doing so, I've noticed that I now have a problem with it here. With any tracks that I'm purchasing through the iTunes software, which comes on the iPod Touch, and for those of you that don't know, you can purchase songs through the iTunes store on the iPod Touch, and afterwards you can sync it with your computer, and it will import the music into your iTunes library. And that used to work just fine, but apparently after this last upgrade, or maybe it's just this one song, I don't know. But the songs that I purchased on the iPod now don't seem to want to sync with iTunes. So what does that mean? That means that if I purchase new songs on the iPod, they're pretty much stuck on the iPod. Yeah, that can be a problem. So if I want to get the music back on my computer, I have to buy it again from iTunes, and that's not good. I actually just did that with a song here recently, and I think I'm just going to be purchasing the music from iTunes now and just transferring it over to the iPod rather than purchasing it from the iPod until that issue's fixed. I haven't read any other people that have encountered that problem yet. Maybe it's just me, maybe it was just that one song that I downloaded, but yeah, that can get quite pricey if I go downloading a bunch of songs and then I have to re-download them again in iTunes on my Mac. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that again. Let's see, what else do I want to comment on here? Yesterday I watched 2 movies, Eddie and the Cruisers and Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. This was actually the first time that I can recall watching both of these movies in their entirety. My parents and my brother are a big fan of these movies, but I can't ever remember sitting down and actually watching the entire thing. For those of you that don't know about these movies, they're from the 80s. You can tell they're from the 80s when you watch them. I'm a big fan of the 80s, so I'm quite surprised that I've never actually sat down and watched this movie or these movies before, but Now, before I actually watched them, I went out on the internet and did a little search for some reviews, and pretty much everything that I saw said that the first Eddie and the Cruisers was way better than Eddie and the Cruisers 2. And after watching both of them back to back yesterday, I can't disagree more. I actually really enjoyed the second one, and the first one was just completely boring, in my opinion. It was something that I sort of tuned out, didn't really care about. But the second one was actually quite interesting. So, if you're a fan of 80s movies, like myself, I would recommend checking this out. If you want to know details, hit up either IMDb or Wikipedia. I guarantee you'll find something about it. What else do I want to comment on? I'm finally getting around to working on tfrollout.com again. Now that I'm done with the TF Wire podcast, I actually have some more free time now. So I started working on tfrollout.com here this past weekend. I had a design going, but I've completely thrown that out the window. And what I'm doing now is I'm putting the entire website into a content management system. And that way I'll have just a general theme throughout the site. It'll be a lot easier to maintain. Although at this point the website is just more for archival purposes. I might actually be going in and doing some new written reviews. Now, if you go to tfrollout.com right now, you're just going to see a post that says under construction. There really isn't anything there. But I'm wondering, and maybe this is where I can get some of your feedback, should I just go ahead and put the site up as I'm working on it? Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with tfrollout.com, it was actually my very first Transformers website. It originated on tripod.com and was then called Autobots Rollout. But then when I purchased a domain name, I named the website tfrollout.com. So now the website basically contains written reviews from me of various Transformers that go from the G1 reissues. I've got Machine Wars on there. I've got, what do I got? I have Armada, Energon, Cybertron. I've got the Alternators. I've got some of the Masterpiece figures. I've got a bunch of reviews. So I'm just wondering if I should put the site up now, even though it hardly has anything, and people can just keep checking back and seeing if I've thrown up some new reviews. I mean, at this point, they're just sitting there and nobody can see them, so I've been debating on whether to do that or not. The overall design and template of the site is complete. I'm still missing some graphics at the moment, so it does look sort of plain and is sort of missing that Transformers feeling at the moment, but I will be getting there. So, but I feel at this point the content is really the most important thing, and the artwork can really wait until the end of this entire process. So hit me up with some comments here on YouTube. Let me know if you think I should go ahead and publish tfrollout.com as I'm working on it. Let's see, any other thing I want to bring up and mention here in my first quote-unquote vlog without the video. Yes, the Transformers Universe Onslaught figure. I actually found that over the weekend, but I didn't pick it up yet. I know. Head desk. I was debating on whether to get it before I got paid this week or after. And at this point, I get paid on Friday, so I might as well just go ahead and pick it up. I don't know why I hesitated. It's probably gone now. But that looks like a really kick-ass figure. I can't wait to pick it up. The articulation, especially for a figure that size, looks phenomenal. And I think it's going to look really great next to the other classic figures that I have on display. So that's something I'm really looking forward to picking up. But I really don't have any comments on it at this point since, again, I don't actually physically have it yet. So, okay, now I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to comment on. No, that's it. Alright, so if this is something that you'd like me to continue doing, even if you don't want me to continue doing it, go ahead and post some comments. Maybe I'll read them, maybe I won't. And also, I am really looking forward to some feedback about tfrollout.com, though. Should I go ahead and post the site live, even though the content isn't complete at this point? So I'd love to hear some feedback on that. All right, so this is Jesse signing off for this quote-unquote vlog without the video.